Let's watch it.
This week just keeps getting crazier and crazier for the God of War community. Not only did we get a shadow drop new game in the series, but also the announcement that the God of War Greek trilogy was being remade entirely. And I'm here to tell you that, as huge as both of these things are,
Yeah, this be huge though for the God of War, and I would say that.
this video isn't about them. This video concerns something much, much bigger. You know Morse, right? Well, Morse has once again made a discovery in God of War Ragnarok that might shed some light on God of War's biggest mystery, the higher plane of existence. Essentially, Morse has found lines of dialogues for a cutscene that was originally planned to be played sometime during the post-game of God of War Ragnarok. The scene in question starts with the phrase saying, "Wake up, I think we're close. Hey, you insisted on coming along. Come on, let's have a look. I hope you're right. Sounds like we found it." Then another character, whose name is simply Mao, replies to a phrase with "Mao?" And then he also says, "Mao." The scene then cuts to a mysterious rogue figure who says in Greek, "The white snake will eat you." Then the same rogue figure says, "One failed us, one rejected us." And here's the really interesting part, because there's one more character in this scene, Athena, and she simply says, "We have a problem." So I understand that this is a lot to take in at first, so let me break down what I think is happening in this scene. The whole vibe of this scene is very similar to those MCU's post-credit scenes where you
That's crazy. So this scene, I don't understand. This scene have to be in Ragnarok or what?
get a glimpse of what's coming in the future. Now, the scene in question starts with the phrase traveling somewhere in Egypt. We can deduce it's somewhere in Egypt because the character he's talking to is named Mao, which is the cat form the sun god Ra takes in Egyptian mythology. It's actually
Yeah.
the form he takes to defeat the chaos serpent Apep, which makes sense why then the rogue figure says, "The white snake will eat you." Now, who is this rogue figure? At the moment there are two possible theories. Number one, the
That's the
rogue
scene
figure
I
is Athena, who begins the scene with her back to the camera, and it's not until the camera turns that it gets revealed that it was Athena all along. This could explain why the rogue figure is speaking Greek the first time. The other theory is that the rogue woman is an entirely different character, which explains why Athena says, "We have a problem." There are two characters in the scene, so it makes sense to say "we." At the moment, I don't really have a preference towards any of the theories, but if I had a gun to my head, I would say that I prefer the latter, because we know that from God of War 2018, there is a mysterious hooded woman that's responsible for bringing Kratos to Scandinavia. And there was also this weird concept art from God
I
of War
think that's
Ragnarok that
also
also shows a
Athena.
hooded woman. Maybe all of these characters are the same. But who this character is at the moment, we're really not going to know. The important thing is what this character says. One failed us, one rejected us. This seems to be a reference to both Odin and Atreus. Odin is the one who failed to collect all the mask pieces, and Atreus is the one who rejected the mask in the rift. Clearly, the scene was setting up a much larger story for what we in the community have been calling the higher plane of existence. And
That's
it
not
seems that it
just
was very
Greek.
important for Athena and these rogue characters that either Odin or Atreus would look through the rift. What they were planning with that, we really don't know at the moment, but it seems like we're finally going to learn more about the higher plane of existence in the Atreus game. Also, it seems like Atreus is the one who's going to be going to Egypt, not Kratos. Now, to be honest, I
No,
really don't know why
that's
this cutscene was cut from the game. A
because
big complaint people had about God of War Ragnarok's story is that
because I don't think Atreus is that strong. I don't know. I, j- I just don't think he can overpower anyone in Egypt. Really.
it felt like the mask and the rift plotline didn't really go anywhere. Having a scene like this at the end would have served as another who blew the horn moment in God of War Ragnarok, one that we would still be making theories about. But hey, at least there's a member in the community who loves decoding encrypted files to find all the
Find more,
juicy bits.
please.
Now, I understand that this topic deserves more attention, and this was a really short video, but believe it or not, I still have not finished God of War Sons of Sparta yet, so after I'm done editing this thing, I gotta get back to that beast. So if you have any questions about how Morse got this information, I'm sure you'll find them in the comment section. And of course, while you're talking to him, make sure you tell him thanks for this huge discovery. This dude just keeps getting better at just finding things in these games, man. But that's gonna be all for today, guys. I might make another video about this in the future, but in the meantime, this will have to do. Of course, I wanna give a big thanks to all of my members who right now I don't have on the screen.
So this this is crazy. If we see this scene, okay, that makes sense. That's had to be a Atreus game. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Maybe Cuba right. Maybe Atreus can